Hey, really nice to see you again. Thanks for coming. This is Age of Exploration 2, New Technologies. Now, if you came to 1, you would be aware that we talked about Marco Polo and the closing of the Silk Road. That Silk Road was literally and figuratively one rough road. With its closing, here's the problem. Europeans were in love with the goods they were importing from Asia. They figured, we've got to find another way to get there. The Silk Road's not working. What about sea travel? I know what you're thinking. Gosh, Mr. Walker, who was the first European to travel by sea to Asia from Europe? That you asked. That person was Vasco da Gama. There he is. Now, he traveled in a ship more like this one up here. Not like this one. Let me move my mug over here. This is actually a cruise ship that is named the Vasco da Gama. Who's that? And if you make it over to Lisbon, Portugal, maybe you can go across the Vasco da Gama Bridge. Now, this was the actual route that he took from Portugal around the southern tip of Africa all the way to India and Asia. Wow. Took him nearly a year to get there, another year getting back. So just think, you're a fifth grader and you would come back a seventh grader. Well, technically, you would have missed 2 years of school, so I would have flunked you and you still get fifth grade. Now, one new technology, and in my mind, this might have been the most important, the caravel. It was fast, it was small, it was maneuverable. They used it for shipping, for fishing, for exploration. But the coolest thing is, pirates loved them. This is a pirate ship. We also had the traverse board, which was kind of like the early computer for these sailors. It kept track of the ship's speed and direction over a period of time, so really important. We also had the astrolabe. That's not the astrolabe, that's frisbee. But coincidentally, the typical astrolabe was about the size of a frisbee. Now, it used the height of the sun and stars from the horizon to determine the latitude. Remember, latitude is how far north or south of the equator you are. Slight improvement from the astrolabe was the sextant, which could actually tell sailors both the latitude and longitude. Okay? Also using the sun, stars, and planets to measure angles up to 60 degrees, which is 1/6 of a circle. Coincidentally, sextant came from sextus, which means 6 in Greek. Now, the magnetic compass, you're all familiar with it. In fact, it was created or developed in China about the 11th century, and it would let sailors know day or night. No stars, no sun, no planets visible, doesn't matter. Did not rely on those. It would tell them which way was north. And possibly my favorite, the sand glass, also known as the hourglass. Now, here's the really important thing about the sand glass right up here. You have to put material in here that did not absorb water. If it absorbed water, this could get all clogged up and then it wouldn't go through the tube here, right? What did they use? Well, sand, crushed marble, rock dust. But sugar? No. If they used sugar, guess what would happen? The kids would always break those open and eat the sugar. So no sugar in there. Here's a cool fact. Magellan's ships each carried 18 sand glasses. How about that? And the coolest thing, if you were a boy on one of these voyages, your job might be to watch the sand glass when all the sand ran out, ring the bell. That let the sailors know, okay, you've completed 1 hour of your shift. Typically, they worked about 4 hours. Okay, guess what they called this job or this boy? I wish I worn my watch today. He was known as the watch. Thanks for coming.